What's up, guys, and welcome to our Kids Edition. It's season 3, week 29. So this is our final show for season 3, and I'm so excited because we have an amazing guest, but you're going to have to stay tuned in to find out. So here's the agenda. This week's topic is the uniqueness of young Hollywood. Like I said earlier, you're going to have to stay tuned in to find out who our guest is. Closing remarks will be featuring our Kids Edition panel and our guests. And the sponsor is The Color of Life. So here's our Kids Edition panel. We have Elizabeth, Ava, and me, your host, Lauren Olivia. And the special guest in the hot seat is, well, before I say who our guest is, she is a member of Young Hollywood. She is a Disney star, and it's really exciting because she helps in the community, and I think she's awesome. So let's give it up for Peyton Basnight. Let's give her a warm Our Kids Edition welcome. Hi.
Hi.
So
hi guys, how are you?
Joe.
Thank you for having me.
So with that being said, since we kind of got our introduction out the way, we're going to talk about today's focus. So this is the uniqueness of young Hollywood. So many of us are love to watch TV or love movies or whatever. So my question to you is, how would you describe being a young actress?
Ooh, I think I love what I do. So it's very easy for me to find a way to balance my life and then my social life with my career and then school. I think at times that can be a lot and can be overwhelming with having 10 assignments due in one day and then also having to memorize 5 scenes. But overall, I love the experience of acting and being in the entertainment industry.
Well, that's awesome. What's your favorite part of it, overall?
Ooh. I think that my favorite part is being able to reach people and being able to connect and communicate with people through acting, through playing a role that people can resonate with is my favorite part. Being able to touch people millions and millions of miles away.
That is so true. Well, thank you so much for answering the questions.
Yeah.
And now I'm handing the mic over to Elizabeth.
Hello and welcome to Kennedy's Corner. And today we'll be sharing fun facts about Miss Peyton Basnight. Of course, I have to add Miss because you're actors. Anywho, her favorite candy bar is M&M's, one of the best chocolates ever. Her favorite movie is A Patch of Blue. Her favorite food is Brussels sprouts.
Ooh, I love me some Brussels sprouts. I can eat them every day. I'm dead serious. That's my favorite too.
See? Good fruits. Oh, not fruits. They're vegetables, not fruits.
Her favorite cereal is Apple Jacks, and her favorite color is blue. And now I'm handing the mic over to Lauren.
Well, thank you so much, Elizabeth. And since this is a kids' talk show, like I say, every time we have to have some fun. We have to break the ice because we're kids. That's what we enjoy to do. We enjoy playing games. So this is 20 this or that questions in 1 minute. So all you have to do is answer as many questions as possible in 1 minute, which I think you can do.
I think I can do it. I'm ready.
Okay. And 3, 2, 1. Can you break dance?
Yes.
Sour Patch or Swedish Fish?
Sour Patch.
Chocolate or gummy candy?
Chocolate.
Calls or texts?
Calls.
Beyonce or SZA?
Oh, Beyonce.
Necklace or earrings?
Necklace.
Now I'm handing the mic over to Ava.
Apple or Samsung?
Apple.
Book or movie?
Book.
Netflix or Disney Plus?
Wow, y'all really got me. See, because y'all know I work for Disney, so I'm just going to say Disney.
Basketball or volleyball?
Basketball.
Now I'm handing the mic over to Elizabeth.
Summer or winter?
Winter.
Be a horror movie hero or villain?
Villain.
Ooh. iPhone or iPad?
iPhone.
Milkshakes or soda?
Milkshake.
Now I'm handing the bonus questions over to Ava.
Can you do 50 sit-ups?
Yes, I can.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Give a gift or receive a gift?
Give a gift.
Is pie better than cake?
No.
TikTok or Instagram?
Instagram.
Now I'm handing the mic over to Lauren.
You just beat it. It was right there. That was
Let's
close,
go.
but you made it. And you answered them like a pro. I know there were some challenging questions like Beyonce or SZA, or is pie better than cake? I mean,
Yes.
that's why it's highlighted, as you can see. Well, thank you so much for playing.
Thank you. That was fun.
So now I'm going to take over to Ava.
So this is Point of View with your co-host, Ava. Our Kids Edition would like to encourage kids around the world to get involved in entertainment. We are using our platform to help kids understand the value of exploring and experiencing new interests. We suggest kids talk to your parents, teachers, family, and friends about the entertainment industry that make a difference in the world in your communities. Kids have an opinion about their interests, simply from a kid's point of view.
Well, thank you so much, Ava. And you're right. Everybody loves entertainment. It's interesting, it's fun, and it's unique.
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend. And she is the moment. Now, come on now.
So now it's time for Take the Mic. It's where our Kids Edition panel will ask questions to our guests. So I'm going to go first. So my first question to you is, how would you describe your impact on kids that watch your show?
Ooh, I really hope that the kids that watch the show feel represented and they feel seen in the show. I hope that I mainly make them happy. I hope that I give them a laugh. This world is insane. And at a very young age, you can be very affected by home situations or honestly, just anything in the world. And I hope that I provide an escape for all kids and they get a laugh and a giggle out of anything that me or Ari does.
That's very true. And then my second question to you is, what are your career goals for the future?
I want to keep acting my entire life. I want to be like Betty White and keep acting until I'm 99, 100. I'll be somebody's grandmother somewhere. I want to work with Marvel one day. I want to do spy movies. I feel like that'd be very cool, like Bad Boys for Life. I want to, of course, keep acting with Disney. I'm very excited to work on other projects with them. In the future, I also want to do more with my music. I have some music out now and I'm about to release an EP very soon. But I would really love to perform in Madison Square Garden. I would love to perform at Coachella. And yeah, I would love to do some modeling, maybe New York Fashion Week. And in the future, I want to go to school for contract law. So I would have a career in that.
Well, girl, you got it going on. You're going to have to invite me. I want to be first there. I'm going to be first. So another question I have to you is, when you were younger, did you picture yourself where you are now?
Weirdly enough, yes. My whole entire life, I've known that this is what I wanted to do, and I would be in the entertainment industry. I have a vision board that I've had for years, and I have Disney on the vision board, which is crazy. So I think a part of me also always knew that I was going to be in the entertainment industry and I was going to do this. But I think it's a surprise because, things in life don't always go down a straight road. There's a lot of curves and hills. And so how I got here, I don't think was necessarily the plan, but I definitely did envision myself being in the entertainment industry and touching and talking to kids, touching kids' lives and people's lives and talking to kids and all that stuff.
That's awesome. And I don't know if you know the song, but Life is a Highway. It's kind of how you described it.
Yes.
Bumps in, but you can get it. So another question I have to you. So I know you go to school and you act. So does it ever become complicated? Because I heard you mention it a little bit earlier.
It does become complicated at times, depending on how busy the schedules get and depending on programs. Certain programs I've been in are hard deadlines, which is it needs to be turned in at 11:59, or it's 20 points off, or it's 50 points off. So it gets complicated when I have 7 to 8 hour shoots at, like, I'll be at 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. and I'm not getting home until 9 and I still have work to do. But we do on set have school hours. So we're required to do like 3 hours of school, I think, a day. But other than that, it gets complicated with the work sometimes, and I'm online, so I don't get that much human interaction. But other than that, it's okay.
So you kind of have to have really good time management, right?
Yes, very good time management.
So did you ever want to do any sports or like school activities?
Well, I've been to public school before. I just switched in freshman year to go shoot Saturdays. But I definitely, for school activities, I'm more involved in like clubs. I've done student government. I'm a part of student government now. I do media club, newsletter club, pre-med club, all of these different things. But for sports, I do like basketball. I like soccer. I think if I were to actually have pursued playing a sport, it would have been soccer or lacrosse.
Oh, okay. Well, I see you got it going on.
Trying.
So now I'm handing the mic over to Elizabeth.
Hi, as you know,
Hi.
Elizabeth Kennedy. My first question, can you please share what your favorite episode is and why?
Ooh, that's so tough. I want to say episode 8. I particularly like this episode because of how much I feel like it gave Ari another side. Ari is always bubbly and happy, and I think that episode 8 really showed that she has more than one emotion and she has a lot of depth to her character. So I enjoyed filming that episode and playing that character and that side of Ari.
That's interesting. And my second question, well, of course, we all know that you play a very fun character in Saturdays, but how do you prepare for the role?
Ooh, Ari is, I just got to make sure I'm in a good mood. Maybe listening to some upbeat music. I'm making sure I know my lines, but not really set in stone with what I'm doing for the lines. And just overall trying to be happy and upbeat. Ari's the easiest character, I think, to play ever. She's so happy all the time. So that's pretty much it.
So it's kind of short and simple, but at the same time, you have to say a positive attitude, no negativity. That's important,
Yes, exactly.
And my last and final question, what advice would you give kids who would like to star on television show just like you? And by the way, I'm one of those kids, so I really need this information.
Okay. I would say find an agent. Find an agent that you feel works for you and is going to work with you and understands your goals for your career. Take some headshots, find a good man, good woman to take some awesome pictures of you. Start auditioning. And at times the process is long. I acted for 8 years and I barely did anything. And I never had a major project until Saturdays. And that was 8 years after I started acting. But if you are consistent and you put your all in everything that you do, you're going to make it. And that's a guarantee. And also, no role is small. And I would say every audition that you go out for, give it 1000%. And that's my advice.
Oh, okay. You have some very great advice. I'm going to have to take some notes. You see, I have my pad next to me. And now I'm handing the mic over to Ava.
Ava jumped off because internet issues, but I'll be asking her questions for her. But I have a quick question about auditioning. Is the process really challenging, or like when you audition for Saturday?
For Saturdays, it wasn't necessarily challenging. Sometimes scripts can be a little bit difficult because Ari's a bit fast talking. So probably the most difficult part of that script was a paragraph that big, speed talking. But I auditioned at home. I did a self-tape audition right over there behind, like in front of a blue sheet. But it was a longer process. I started auditioning in December of 21 and I didn't book it until February of 2022. So it was a long process, but it was very fun and very enjoyable. So I wouldn't say it was too difficult.
Well, the commitment was there. And with that being said, what tricks have you learned while skating on this show?
Ooh, so I was a dancer for 9 years and I did hip hop. So I learned how to do a baby freeze, which you guys can see in the final episode when we were doing the performance. I won't spoil it, but it's called a baby freeze. It's like a head thing, triangle thing, hard to describe, but I learned how to implement that on skates. So that was the coolest trick I learned. And a baseball slide. It's where you slide through somebody's legs on skates and you land in a split. And that was one of the tricks I brought to Saturdays. And it was really cool.
Well, that's awesome. And honestly, for someone who enjoys dancing too, because I made the dance team, so I can relate to
yay.
you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then her second question is, how do you feel to represent your culture on TV?
Feels great. I'm very glad that I get to be, how do I want to word it? Like a monumental moment for people and for a culture, be a part of a movement where we are changing the film industry, we're changing the representation that is shown. So it feels amazing that I know people are touched by what we're doing with the show. And yeah, feels great.
So I heard you talking about like acting and how you stayed in acting for a long time. So what inspired you to become an actress?
Ooh, it's always been on my heart. So I would say my biggest inspiration is God. I always keep him in the forefront, and he is the biggest inspiration for what I do and why I keep going. Like you said, I've been in it for a long time, and he was basically the only thing that was keeping me, and my love for the role, like acting, of course, was keeping me going and keeping me so determined. So that is my biggest inspiration. And also knowing, like I said before, that I can connect with people and I'm an inspiration for people and I mean something to people.
Well, that means a lot to me and Elizabeth, because we both really want to be like an actress and kind of get into the film industry. And I think it's so cool. So I was reading on like a bio about you, and you do like writing. So how do you come up with the ideas?
Ooh, for writing when I'm doing scripts, it depends. As I've gotten older, my writing has grown with what I've been experienced to, or what I know is now a problem, or things that people go through. So usually I write a lot about family. Family First was one of the first things I ever wrote. And then I also wrote Seven Sisters. And I think just coming up with an idea that I haven't seen portrayed, and just finding a way to show a story and tell a story that's entertaining and interesting is the best way to come up with my ideas.
Okay. Do you have someone that you like idolize that gives you an idea of what to write?
Ooh, somebody that, I will tell you this. I write a lot of my roles, like when I cast in my head on different actresses. So that I think kind of answers your question. When I was writing Family First, I was writing the role as casting the sister as Zendaya. When I was writing Seven Sisters, I cast the role around Zendaya's personality, China Anne McClain, and Yara Shahidi. And I wanted to say, well, these are roles that I've never seen these girls play. So how do I write something that gives them a new opportunity to show their acting skills and a new version of themselves in the film industry? And that's how I wrote the characters.
This is some really good advice, because me personally, I like to write. I like to, because things just come to my head. Like I love watching Tyler Perry movies, and I love how he like kind of made all of the characters off of his family. So I think what you're doing is really cool. And to have an idea, hey, I've never seen this actor act like this before or do this type of role. I think that's really smart.
Yes, thank you.
You have some good stuff coming ahead. Like in your way, you got some good stuff.
Thank you.
So that show just flew by. It was so much fun. It was entertaining. It was everything. So thank you so much for coming on the show today. It means a lot. So this is closing remarks. So thank you to our co-hosts, Ava and Elizabeth, for those amazing questions. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. And thank you to our wonderful guest, Peyton Basnight. So how do you think the show went?
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
So this is where we do a guest spotlight where it's kind of your time to shine, where you can tell us anything that's upcoming about you or that, something that's exciting. So just take it away.
Okay. So I mentioned a little bit that I make music, and I've been working on an EP since a while now, actually, but everything is now complete on the EP. I have 2 songs out right now that are part of the new EP. One is called Teach You. You can find it everywhere: Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. And then you can also find my other song, Teen Life Born Like That, which is on YouTube. And you can also find it on my TikTok, little bits and pieces of that. It may even be on my Instagram somewhere. I'm going to be releasing the full EP. It's about 5 or 6 songs. Very, very soon. And I'm very excited for you guys to hear it. The EP is called Pressure.
I'm going to be checking it out.
Thank you.
I have a quick question. Do you have any inspiration to write music, or you just kind of flows out?
At times it does kind of flow out, just come up with things. When I was younger, I read music since I was probably about 8 and started recording. I used to write a lot about, I had a Christian song. It was called My Child. It was more like a gospel song. And then I had Care for Me and Outlander. Don't look them up, but I did have them. They wrote about bullying. I've been bullied, and I experienced watch people being bullied. So I wrote songs about that. Wrote songs about not having friends, about finding friends. And that was my inspiration for a very long time, was trying to highlight issues and highlight things that people were going through. Now, as a teenager who's almost 17 in a few months, 6 or 7 months, I write about love a lot now. I write about boys. Guys are too young for boys, just saying. But I do. I write a lot about little love stories, and I like to talk about heartbreak or what love is. And that's usually my inspiration right now, is love. And I think for my next EP, my inspiration is going to be about empowerment of myself and finding love within myself and for myself, because I think that's a big thing. I think this last EP really focused on finding love in someone else and finding that connection. And I think as I was writing that, and as I grew through that process, I really wanted to write about finding love for myself and within myself, and not needing someone else to give it to me. So yeah.
That kind of reminded me of Taylor Swift, Lizzo, Beyonce. Yes. The vibe is just giving.
Yes.
Well, I am definitely going to be checking out your music, because I love listening to music. You could literally ask anybody. I'll listen to it 24/7.
Me too. Every day, all day. Work, homework, sleeping, all the time.
So it's season 3 sponsor is The Color of Life. So make sure you tune in, tell a kid, and tell your parents. So make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and comment down below your favorite part of the show. Send us your 1-minute video explaining why you think you would be an excellent guest co-host. And we have socials, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And our website, www.ourkidsedition.com. www.ourkidsedition.com. And with that being said, it's merch time. So we have some merch, and it's on sale. So as a person that loves on sale things, if I was you, I'd check it out, because why not? Just why not? So we have caps, we have water bottles, we have mugs, we have t-shirts, we have hoodies, we have pins, and we have a notebook. So I would check it out if I was you. So signing off until next season of Elizabeth, Ava, and me, your host, Lauren Olivia. And before I say Hasta la vista, I want to say I'm a big quote person. So believe in yourself, and anything is possible. Hasta la vista, everybody. Bye.
Bye.